People come and people go, like shadows in the evening glow. Whispers here and there they go, empty promises they boast. Can't rely on fleeting whims, falling through the cracks again. Trust is something they don't know, always drifting with the flow. Flaky people break my stride, never know just where they hide. Think they're stars but they ain't bright, better fix it, get it right. Show up late and then they're gone, singing the same tired song. Never serious, never true, got no clue what they should do. Think the world revolves around them, but they ain't worth a single gem. Lost in their own hollow fame, playing such a tiresome game. Flaky people break my stride, never know just where they hide. Think they're stars but they ain't bright, better fix it, get it right. Fix it, get it right. Better fix it, get it right.
Tired of your sad excuses, no more desperate pleas. Turning backs on sorrow, can't bow to your disease. You wallow in your pity, but we're now standing tall. No more feeling sorry while you've built yourself a wall. Stop pointing fingers, it's a circle of deceit. You've painted your own picture, now feel your own defeat. Broken mirrors show no mercy, they've been cracked for years. We're done with your reflection and your crocodile tears. No more blame, no more shame, we won't feed your game. You played your cards, you took your chance, now live with your own name. Broken dreams and empty cries won't sway us anymore. Pack your bags and walk away, we're locking up the door. You say the world's against you, but look inside yourself. The answers you've been seeking aren't in somebody else. Wake up from your slumber, no more stories that you weave. We're cutting ties with shadows, we're the ones who now believe. Marching forward, power strong, we've seen through all your lies. We're walking on with heads held high and now we finally rise. No more drowning in your sorrow, we cannot dive that deep. We're swimming in our future, leaving all the muck you keep. No more blame, no more shame, we won't feed your game. You played your cards, you took your chance, now live with your own name. Broken dreams and empty cries won't sway us anymore. Coach Ralph, tough as nails, no disguise. Pushing limits, yeah, he's that kind of guy. At first it's harsh, the rules feel like chains, but trust the process, there's sunshine in the rains. He cracks the whip, but it's all in love. Results shining bright like stars above. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way. Through sweat and tears, you help us play. With every lesson, we find our might. From morning grind to the stars at night. Days turn to weeks, skills sharp and fast. What once was a struggle now feels like a blast. Step by step, we rise and we glow. With Ralph in our corner, we're ready to show. Singing his praises, can't keep it inside. From hard ass to hero, he's our pride. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way. Through sweat and tears, you help us play. With every lesson, we find our might. From morning grind to the stars at night. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed.
Welcome back to another episode, another Thursday night episode of Software Explorations. We are going to be getting back into building out our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. We are going to be working on continuing to implement the AI aspect of it. It is going to be absolutely amazing, absolutely fun. Tonight is Thursday, December 19th. We have about 6 days until Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you all. I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. How is everyone doing tonight? Welcome, your car. How are you? Roxy, coding nurse Roxy, how are you? Hopefully you had a great day today. Hopefully everyone had a great day today. We're almost at the end of the week. Tomorrow is Thursday. Can you believe that? We got my guy, the Wealth Building Journey, in the building as well. What's good, the Wealth Building Journey? How was your day? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're ready for an action-packed weekend, or maybe you're going to take it easy this weekend. Whatever the case may be, I hope you have the best weekend. Tomorrow is Friday. That is true. Mika L, welcome. How is everyone doing tonight? All right. Let's get into the show. We're going to be adding more AI aspects, more AI components to the application. And so let's start off with our agenda real quick before we get to work. So first and foremost, just want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers, the old subscribers, those who are active, those who watch from the clouds. I appreciate you all.
I appreciate you.
And I just gotta give a big salute to all of my tech savages out there. Those are my tech barbarians, my tech prodigy members, my technical explorers, all of those who are working so hard in the Tech Coach Ralph Patreon. Shout out to you guys.
We the best.
And I always have to give it up to my tech mercenaries. Those are the YouTube members who support the channel, who keep it going.
Let's get it.
And I can never, ever forget. Shout out to all the bag chasers out there.
Money.
And a special salute and shout out to my guy, my brother, my family, your car. Shout out to your car. Shout out to Mitch. Shout out to the Wealth Building Journey. Shout out to Roxy, Team Tech Coach Ralph. Roxy, we're gonna win, Roxy. Coding Nurse Roxy. Shout out to you all.
Hey.
All right. So last week we were working on implementing AI using OpenAI to add it to the Urban Dictionary of Economic Data, which we use on Saturday mornings to break down the economic data. All right. So we were able to get it to print out we hard coded it. Today we're going to optimize it. We're going to make it a little bit more dynamic. We're going to try to we're going to try some stuff, right? I don't have the exact wording, but as we get into it, you're going to see what we're doing. So let me just go real quick. Our next live show is going to be Saturday morning. It's going to be the Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show. And that show is co-hosted by Yakar and Mitch from the chat. It is where we review the most important weekly economic indicators. The Wealth Building Journey calls it the Techonomics Review Show. So shout out to that. And we use the Urban Dictionary of Economic Data that we're going to be building tonight. So everything runs together, right? Because based on what we were reviewing on that show, I decided, you know what? I don't like using a Google Doc as the dictionary. So I said, you know what, we're going to build an application, and we ended up building that. And Yakar, Rod Brown helped me style it. So now we have this working application. We're working on Sundays to try to deploy it to Google Cloud Platform. And everything is coming together very, very well. All right. Next thing up, we have our pre-recorded content. The bug bite tomorrow. We're going to be talking about these damn drones flying off the coast of New Jersey, New York, and now I heard in the DMV area. Have you seen these drones? I heard they're in Cincinnati. So I'm gonna go through a couple of videos, an article about all of that, what the government is saying, but most importantly, what the government is not saying. So we're gonna break that down tomorrow, noon Eastern time. So you definitely want to tune in. And then throughout the week, we have shorts as well as clips from the Q&A show, from the Saturday morning show, and I'm working on getting more clips out there. Mika L said, "I saw one in Georgia." Did you really? Did you really? My goodness! And let me know if I'm saying your name correctly as well. I don't want to be mispronouncing your name, so let me know if I'm saying your name correctly, Mika L. And the Wealth Building Journey says they were over Virginia. I haven't seen them here in Maryland. That's crazy. And like once we go through what they're actually saying and what they're not saying tomorrow, it's like this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. We just want answers. I don't like it. All right. And so let's continue. Oh my goodness, we got my guy in the building. My guy Mitch. Mitch, have you seen the drones? Have you seen the drones, Mitch? I want to know. I need to know if you're okay up there, because I know Mitch is, he's ground zero. Mitch is ground zero. He is in New Jersey. So we're going to be reviewing that tomorrow. Let's see what happens. All right. Let's see what happens. All right. So other announcement, the penetration testing course, the ethical hacking course, it should be in the description. It should be circulating throughout the chat. We're going to be starting that Udemy course in January. I already started actually, but we're going to be on our live streams on Thursday nights. We're going to be going over the projects to actually do them so that we can learn it together. So if you want to go on the ride with me to take the ethical hacking course, go ahead and sign up for it. And I think the first thing that we're going to be doing in our projects is installing our virtual box so we can install Kali Linux. And then we're going to start learning how to do ethical hacking, learning some Linux, maybe, going through that. So definitely, if you're interested in cybersecurity, ethical hacking is one of the coolest things that you can do because you're hacking, but it's ethical. All right. So join us for that. All right. Let me check the chat real quick, and then we are going to get to our first segment of work. Let me see. The Wealth Building Journey said that they might have been flying over Baltimore, possibly, but all right. Seriously, the Wealth Building Journey, who flies over Baltimore? Who flies over Baltimore? I'm just kidding. I'm just all right. People from Baltimore, don't come at me. That was a joke. That was a joke. All right. Don't send what's Chris and Snoop after me. Don't send Chris and Snoop after me. All right. Or Weebay. Don't send none of them after me. I'm just saying. All right. Amika says yes. I'm saying the name right. All right. Perfect. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure. All right. Says, do you have your CEH? Can you tell me what CEH is, please? I just let me look it up. What is CEH? Because what is CEH? CEH is Certified Ethical Hacker. No, I do not. I do not have a CEH. I don't really do much in cybersecurity, but I'm like, you know what? After going over the ethical hacking, presentation the other, I'm like, you know what? This would be pretty cool to do, because Don was telling me last year about like how he was doing these bug bounties and stuff like that, and they will pay you the bag to hack their system, right? So I am so that might be something. But I definitely want to go through the ethical hacking course because I haven't done much in it. And the World's Building Journey says, Kali Linux can be frightening. I installed it before. I installed it via Docker last year, but the laptop, I think one of the reasons I didn't go much into it was because the laptop that I was using earlier this year was a lot less powerful. But now I have Excalibur at my disposal, so I am ready to do what we need to do. All right. And Mika says that I was just looking into penetration testing. Look, sign up for the course. Sign up for the course, and we can go through it on this channel together. Because I'm planning on Thursday nights to be going through the different aspects of the course, installing the VirtualBox, whether you're on Windows or Mac, and installing Kali Linux and going through whatever it says in the course. That's what we're going to do. But I'm going to be focusing on the project. So from week to week, I'm going to focus on this section. So when we come back next week, I'm going to be doing this project, whether it's installing something, whether it's whatever it is. I don't know. I don't even know all the things in the course right now. Like I'd have to pull it up, but whatever it is in the course, that's project. So it's up to you to go through the sections of like watching the video and taking your notes and stuff like that. But then what we can do together is we can actually go implement the projects and whatever we need to do on the computer to learn. That's what I'm going to be doing on this channel. All right. Yep. Saw that. And Mitch says, Roxy, my fix, homie. All right. So, let's get to our first segment of work for tonight. Why don't we? All right. Let's. Time that I put on this. Oh, okay. I was looking at the time wrong. All right. Am I looking at the time wrong? Oh, I know what happened. Oh my goodness. All right, hold on. So 15. No wonder I was like, why is the time so low? Because last time when it cut off, I had to, let's do it like this. Let's go with all right, let's do that. All right, there we go. That's more accurate. I was like, how come like, I know it hasn't been 45 minutes already. All right, there we go. Now our time is good. Okay. So we're gonna get started with our first segment of work, and we will see what happens. All right, so
It's time to do.
all right, so let's go to this screen. So what I did the other day, because we needed to use this on Saturday. And we didn't want to, I didn't want to have the AI stuff showing because it wasn't ready yet. I had switched the branches back to the main branch. And by that, I mean the Git branch. So Git branch. And so I'm on the main right now. So if I was to actually start this up, let's see. If I was to start it up like this, say yes. And we go back over here. So if I was to search jobs, so right now there's no AI happening because I switched the branches, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop this for now. And I'm going to switch back to so I'm gonna switch to the Git checkout. And when I'm coaching people, one of the courses I put so much emphasis on is learning Git, right? And you don't have to be an expert in knowing all these rebasing and stuff like that, but you need to know how to navigate through Git because it is going to be you're going to use it just about every day. How to branch, how to name your branches, how to push, how to pull, how to merge, all that type of stuff is so important. How to use GitHub, so important. So that's one of the things that I highly emphasize on is learning how to use Git. All right, so let's start it again, and we're gonna say yes. Let's go back over here. And now we have what we did last week, right? We have the customize your experience. And this is hard coded to say, let's break down so yeah, this is hard coded this is using AI, OpenAI to get the consumer price index, but we're not on the consumer price index. We're on the monthly jobs report. So anything that we go to now, if we go to gross, it's going to give us the same exact thing, which we don't want that. We do not want that. All right. So we're going to go back to over here and we are going to start to make sure these are showing correctly. All right, we're going to start to, let's see. So I'm inside of my Docker. All right, we're going to go to, this was on the definitions page. So we have our OpenAI key. So last time when this thing wasn't working, it's because I had some dumb typo in here. Forgot exactly what it was, but it was a real dumb typo. But anyways, inside of so this is what we implemented last time. Our role to give this model is you are an educator who breaks hard concepts into very easy explanations. Let's say I'm going to go with what the wealth building journey says at a 4th grade level. All right, so we should make that easy. And then so we hard coded. Can you give an example of how consumer price index would be impactful to a data analyst? All right. What we need to do is first we need to inside the customize your experience section, what I want to do is have a input field where it's asking like, all right, what is your field, what is your industry? Like what industry would you like an example for? And then you're going to type that in, and then it's going to take that and pass it into here. And then it's also going to take the economic indicator and pass it into there, and then it's going to do that search, right? So let me see if I can do. So I'm just writing some comments real quick. We want to pass in the. Let me make this a little smaller. We want to pass in the economic indicator and the job role / career field. All right, so that's what I want to pass in. And let's see, and I'll probably end up updating this role for the system at some point, but for now, let's not worry about that. And then here we're just printing out to the console the OpenAI information. All right, so we have our economic indicator here. So inside of So inside of our customize your experience section, we wanted, all right, so I'm going to just add some, commented out code real quick. And I'm going to say that we want to have a input field to pass in the job role / career field occupation, and then we wanted to print out the example from OpenAI. All right. So now, what happened? All right. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna write some HTML, right? And we're going to say let's just start off with a div. And we're going to say with this inside this div, we're going to say a label career field. And we're going to say input. Let me get I'm just gonna copy it from, because I don't memorize this stuff. I'm gonna get it from the header, right? And from the header, we're going to find the input field for this one. Just copy that real quick. And I'm gonna go to the definitions page, and I'm just gonna paste this input right here. And I want it to be search ID, customized example, and placeholder. The placeholder text I want is going to be enter career, job, occupation. And if I have that, I might not even need this over here, to be honest with you. Let me take this out for now. We can always add it back if we end up needing it. This is for the enter, which we could probably optimize this at some point to put this put this script outside of here, but for now we're just going to copy that and place it here. And so what I'm copying right now is the function for the, where they have that. It's the function for when you use enter, the enter key to, when you use the enter key to when you use the enter key, like when you enter the text field and you press enter. So that's the one that we're using it for. Return. I feel like something's missing here. Function. Okay, so. Okay, let's try that. And let me copy what else we need from the header. Handle submit. Copy that. What this is for. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Copy all this. Let's copy all that. So take that. So I'm just stealing code from the other from our header. I'm not going to be rewriting the code because this is not a coding bootcamp. We are just trying to get our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data working, right? And then inside of this search for terms, I'm going to copy this function and I'm going to make modifications to it. we're gonna go here and we're going to make changes to, so we say make open AI search, or I just say request open AI. Let's do that, right? We'll do it as that, and we're going to say here we have that. Okay, so now we just need to fix our query to OpenAI. How are we going to do that? So we're going to take this function right here. Make sure that, all right, we're going to take this function right here. And we're going to have to come inside of here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make this space for this over here, because what's below this, we're going to get rid of it. Make function request. Okay, let's do that. Okay. So we have that. And then, so now I got to get rid of a lot of this stuff over here. So I think we get rid of all of it, to be honest with you. So because we're not doing an Axios request. We are going to need to, we are going to need to use the React stuff to set the data. All right, so let me copy. This is setting the search result, state search results data, set search results data. All right. So let's do, over here, we're going to say, let me copy this out. I'm just going to drop it down here. All right, cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, what is it again? It's going to be const, and then, so const, and we're going to say, open AI query and set, or let's say AI example, and then we're going to say set AI example, and we're going to, it's not in here. We're going to say use state. Do we not import use state into here? Import use state. Let's see. Copy that. Copy that. All right. I don't know what they're talking about, but all right, we'll figure that out later. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so now we are going to say that the initial state is going to be our initial state could be enter your role, job, career, or occupation for a customized example. I don't know why that's saying that. Let me move that up higher, actually. Let's go to that. Okay. Okay, I think that's better. All right. Now we're going to say inside of here, we are going to say, got all that. So, all right, so let me see how they're passing the search word. And here, inside the input, it says set search word. So on change, set, and ether. All right, so I think we already have this part copied. So we're going to go in here and we're going to say on change set AI example, target value. And then we also need to add a button. We'll worry about that later. All right, we also need to add a button to be able to submit it as well. So I'm just going to copy the button from here. And I'm just going to copy that. And we're going to go here. And we're going to say, instead of search for term, we're going to say open. What did I call this thing? It was called get custom AI example. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. And we're going to go down here. We're going to say get custom AI example. All right. And then we have that. Now, if we're looking up here, we need to be able to pass the key. We need to be able to pass the. So search word, where is that? So I'm looking at our existing one to find where did search word come from? All right, where did search word come from? So let's see, set search. Okay, so set search word, and we're doing that for set the open AI example. So now in here, it should just be AI example, right? So if we say in here, we do like, oops.
Lunch break, lunch break.
All right, let me just type this and then we're gonna go to break, all right? So this needs to be oops. And then we're gonna go here, here, here. All right, so now we have our AI example being set. And then over here, we need to pass in the, so we'll do this part when we come back because it's break time. It is break time. So we'll do this when we come back, but here we're going to change this from consumer price index to whatever the word that we're clicking on in the for the definitions page. And then we're gonna clean up all this code to see if this stuff is working. And then if it's not working, we're going to get it to work, all right? That is basically what we will be doing when we get back from break, all right? But let's go to break. Let's go to break. All right. Let me see what's going on with my friends in the chat. All right. Let me see. Let me see. All right. So, World Building Journey says, what is Git Bash? You know what? I actually don't know what Git Bash is, to be honest with you, because I never used it before. Git Bash is, let me see. Is that the Windows client? What is Git Bash? Is Git Bash like Linux? It provides so Git Bash is a command line tool for Windows that does more than just Git. It provides a Unix-like environment with a Bash shell, allowing you to run Linux commands and utilities on your Windows machine. Okay. Well, that's what it is. I don't use Windows anymore, to be honest with you. So that's probably why I wasn't familiar with Git Bash. I probably have used Git Bash when I was working on Windows. But then I know they started making Linux available on Windows, I don't know, years ago. So I don't know. I can't really say about that. Your car is back. Guess who's Bizak? Welcome back, your car. Welcome back. What in the world are you talking about, your car? What are you talking about? Oh my goodness. Magnetar says Git Bash is goofy and he is upset about it. He's upset.
I hate it here. I want to go home.
Why you guys be getting my guy Magnetar upset like that? Why do you guys do that? You guys need to back. Yeah, and the sad part about it, what we're gonna be talking about on the breaks is probably going to upset Magnetar even more. But we'll find out. We will find out. Here an alarm going off. Says, let me see. Trigger as enter key is what he just said. What? Me? Did I say something? Did I say something? Let me see. Let me see. Your car says, who is voting for Kamala in 2028?
Do not come.
I'm a knucklehead at times.
Just saying. I'm just saying. Let me see. We got Sarah H in the building. Welcome, Sarah. How have you been? So happy to see you. And guess what? There are so many people who get completely lost at first, but as they listen in, as they watch on, it starts to make sense. Like I was saying in the video yesterday about like learning to code, you got to take baby steps. And you get something to work, and then you just improve upon that. And this is exactly how this project started off. Honestly, the inception of this project that we're working on is because doing the Coffee and Kata morning show, I was like, every Monday we look at the numbers to review, and we never actually review them. So I said, let's start reviewing them on Saturday mornings, and then after like, I don't know, maybe 10 shows on Saturday mornings, like, you know what? I don't like using this Word doc. What about if we build an app, a web app, so that we can easily look up the terms and get our examples. And then like maybe 2-3 months ago, we started building this out. And then just last week, I was like, you know what? It would be so cool if we can get AI integrated into this. So, just baby steps and write something. Like my motto is make it work and then make it better, as small as possible. Celebrate the wins. Let's see. Magnets are about to watch some football. Let's see. Sarah says, I love what Coach Ralph is sharing. Thank you so much. Let's see. I got the Little Rascals losing to TJ and the Recess crew. My goodness. Let me see. I cry when I get mad. Like, go on. You're so funny. Let's see. It says, look at Mika's profile pic on here and Discord. She is smelling her finger in that too. All right, now I gotta see. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, Mika is smelling her finger. That's a good point. That's a good. Says you wrote the line of code that allows enter to be used to start search. Yep. Let me see. Says I'm scared to fight someone. I'm scared to fight someone. Cries when they fight. That's superpower up. And Rich says I miss Alexis. She was here. She was here on Tuesday, I think. Yeah, she was here on Tuesday. But I mean, you were quiet on Tuesday, Mitch. Anyways, let's get to this. Your car sent me this earlier today, and I watched like 10 seconds of it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna share this with the people, right? What is this thing that they call coffee badging? What is coffee badging? Let's find out together what in the world is coffee badging. I had never heard of this before, but I might have done it before. Let's see where we're at. All right, let's go over here. Let's change this video to something else. Let's go over here. We're gonna watch part of this video, and then in the second break, we'll watch the other part of the video. Let's see. Let's go.
Meet Mr. A. Every morning, Mr. A strolls into the office at 9 a.m., swiping his badge with perfect enthusiasm. He hits a few meetings, grabs coffee with colleagues, and keeps the daily buzz going. But here's the twist. Come noon, he sneaks out, heading home to wrap up his work in comfort. By around 5, he's clocked out. Mission accomplished. Mr. A has redefined the 9 to 5 in his own terms. And interestingly, this trend also has a name.
A new trend emerging in the back to office push, and that is coffee badging.
Coffee badging is two worlds colliding. It's employers wanting to get their workers back into the office, and employees desire to really have more flexibility on the job. And so that's coming together in this trend of coffee badging.
Coffee badging is happening because workers are using this as a soft revolt against the return to office mandates that companies have put out. And they just badge in, have a coffee, check in with their colleagues, do some work, and then leave their office early.
It is a silent protest of saying, I just want to be home.
Coffee badging was a term that Owl Labs coined as part of its 2023 State of Hybrid Work report. And what we found is that employees weren't necessarily returning to the office in a traditional 8 to 5 manner 5 days a week, but they were coffee badging. Some were going in just to show face, grab a cup of coffee, say hi to some of their colleagues, maybe their boss, so that they could check the box for their company's return to office mandate. Whereas others were going into the office for different periods of time, maybe for reasons that the office offered them luxuries that the home environment didn't, which is access to technology, which was meeting with colleagues or being in in-person meetings.
A lot of the workplace trends that we're seeing right now are very much reflective of what's happening in the overall job market.
The overall U.S. economy is performing well, but the job market is cooling. A closer look at the monthly job creation over the past 2 years reveals the broader trend, with the labor market adding just 227,000 jobs in November. Some experts note that workplace trends often mirror the job market. During the pandemic, when workers' demand was high, quiet quitting became the dominant workplace theme. But now, as the job market is tighter, particularly for white-collar jobs, coffee badging is trending.
Workplace trends reflect what's happened in the job market largely because you can tell who has the power. During COVID, the employees had the power. Employers were scared to death of losing employees, and it was a tight job market. And it was very difficult to get qualified employees in the door. These days, the employer has the power because even though the job market fundamentally is still good, it's not nearly as strong as it used to be. So employees can't job hop the way that they did 2 or 3 years ago. Now, from the perspective of the employer, it's, look, we gave you your time, now it's our time. You're going to come back to the office, and if you don't like it, you can go elsewhere.
Dynamics that we saw in the labor force a couple of years ago were very unusual. The issue is that we had much fewer workers, and a lot of power had really shifted towards employees and away from employers in the workforce relationship. That's one of the reasons we saw quiet quitting, because there was just a lot of demand for workers and people weren't that worried about losing their jobs in that kind of an environment. Whereas now we have an environment that's much more balanced.
Productivity has long been a contentious issue for supporters and critics of remote work, with mixed results and studies measuring its impact. For instance, October 2024 research from the Bureau of Labor Statistics found that productivity increased with the rise of remote work across 61 private sector industries from 2019 to 2021. However, a major July 2023 study by Stanford's Institute for Economic Policy Research reported that fully remote work is linked to about 10% lower productivity than fully in-person work.
So studies are not clear on whether remote work makes you more or less productive. There is mixed evidence there, but there are perceptions that coming together can increase increase productivity?
The reason there's no clear answer on this one is because it's incredibly hard to measure how remote work is impacting productivity. So it really depends on the job. It depends on the skill and the task that you're trying to complete, what industry you're in, what kind of worker you are. That makes it incredibly hard to get an exact answer to, is remote work good or bad for productivity?
When I look at the relationship between at home work versus in the office work as it relates to productivity, I have a different perspective than a lot of people because I'm not going to debate, the empirical numbers. I'm going to simply say one thing. Productivity is ultimately in the eyes of the beholder. Who has the power? In the case of the company, if the company is paying your salary, the company is giving you a paycheck, and the company says in order to justify your productivity, you need to be in the office, you have to be in the office.
The fact is that bosses like to have people on the premises. I've spent most of my career as an editor and editor-in-chief, and I liked to have people in the office. And there's something to be said. I totally am very empathetic to the idea of culture and mentorship and creativity and all of those things. But that said, there is a reason why hybrid remote work remains so prevalent, and the reason is that it works.
All right, so we will pick up at the 5:37 mark after we work, right? So far, what I see on this is I honestly see both sides of the story, of the argument, but at the end of the day, the employer is going to win the battle. Like the guy said, if the employer says that we want to see you, then you have a choice to make. Remote work, although remote work has been going on for a while, it's still the lower percentage of opportunities that are out there, and so many people want remote work. Like, I'll tell you this: I had a consultation with somebody.
Move on, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
I had a consultation with somebody like a while ago. I don't know if it was earlier this year or late last year, but that they're trying to transition into the QA field, and they wanted to work remotely. And I'm like, look, if you're a new person in the field and you think you're just gonna get a job remotely, it's not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen. And he said, I think it will. I'm like, what makes you think that? He goes, I just think so. I'm like, okay, like, you're gonna manifest it to happen. But I do think that when you, at the end of the day, it comes down to how much value do you bring to the employer, right? Can they get another you? Or are you that person that, like, all right, you know what? We're gonna make exceptions and accommodations because, like, the work that they do is invaluable to us. So it just depends. And some companies, they built their model work on like some people being in office at headquarters and some people being remote based on their needs, based on their location. So it just depends at the end of the day, right? It just depends at the end of the day. So, but I understand why people want to work remotely. I understand some people want to work remotely so they can try to work 10 jobs at once. But anyways, let's see what the chat has to say on this, because I know this is a touchy topic. Let's see. Mitch says, Dan, you feeling away because I was quiet? You're weird. I'm just saying. I was like, what's up with my best friend? Shake your baby. Yeah, it's very interesting. The Wealth Building Journey says, copy badging in the office by 9, out by noon. But here's the thing with that, right? If I had to drive an hour to work each way, I'm just gonna stay for the day, because I'm not gonna drive an hour one way and then an hour the other way just to be in the office for 3 hours. So if I have to drive a long drive, then I'm just gonna be there for the day, because I'm. And I'll tell you this, right? Even working remotely, there are instances I'm like, man, I could get something done a lot faster if I was in person, just because you have access to look over to the person you're trying to work with and just get an answer, instead of like trying to wait for communication and stuff like that. So there are benefits to, there are and depending on where you work, there's coffee badging. There's free coffee. There's free snacks. Some places there's free food. I'm just saying, you know. It says Ralph is in the house. He's there all day, all night. No, I do leave for about 3 hours to go to jiu-jitsu. All right. I do leave for about 3 hours. Car says Doge is looking at all you coffee badgers like. That's true. That's true. Car says, look at my face. Hey, I was like, what is going on here? And here's the thing, like, I don't understand how it's this revolt. Like, I didn't understand that part. Like, it's a quiet revolt. Like, it's like when they say, all right, you got to go to the office, right? And then you remember in Friday when Debo says to be quiet, and like Smokey says, like, he stops talking, and then once Debo goes away, he starts talking again. It's like, okay, well, you have to be in the office. All right, I'm gonna go to the office. I'm gonna drive however long it takes me to drive. I'm gonna be there for 3 hours, get my coffee, talk to some people, then I'm gonna leave. And then, do we think that they're not gonna catch on to that? It's like that story with the UPS workers earlier today, where they thought they wouldn't get caught redirecting packages and stuff like that. Like, so once they catch on to what you're doing, like, when you get your annual review, right? Because a lot of times these employers, they might not say anything to you, especially when they see you being mischievous. You like that with the Wells when you're mischievous. You like that, all right? But when they see you acting up, and like, okay, you think we don't see this? All right, so now you get your performance review, whether you're mid-year or your annual, where you're supposed to get your raise, and they're like, and they say punctuate, like attendance, you know. And they say it needs improvement. You're like, why does it need improvement? I come to the office, like, yeah, but you come for 3 hours. And now what could have been your 3 to 5% raise, it's a 1% raise, and you get put on a performance improvement plan. How bad would it be to get put on a PIP because you just show up to the office for 3 hours, drink their coffee, eat their food, right, and then right after lunch, you head home. Just saying. I'm just saying, all right? It says it's employer market. It is. And Magnus says, I can't speak on this. It is a private sector. It says Ralph looks like Corey. Who's Corey? Who is Corey? Magnetar is not buying it. Says Ralph is still confused. It's not going to make sense. Don't try to make sense out of it. Oh my goodness. It says I work with spreadsheets all day. People don't understand numbers regardless of whether I'm in the office or at home. I prefer at home because people don't know how to brush their teeth. Wow. The Wells Building Journey went for the jugular on that one. Meet me in the break room. If you want some cream in your cup. What are you talking about? Work from home allows me to not throw up all over my colleagues because halitosis is real. Wow. Says that hat fresh. Thank you so much, Jakar.
I appreciate you.
Ferris is going to be mad when they tell him to come, and he got like 3. He got like 5, maybe 10. Mitch, report to the office from 9 to 12, Monday through Friday. Yeah, you see, that's what Mrs. Ferris got like 5 exactly. People. So the thoughts expressed by your car are the thoughts alone. It says people are lazy. How are you putting more effort into driving than working? Wow. The thoughts expressed by your car are the thoughts and views of your car alone. They do not reflect the views of this channel, even if I agree with your car. I'm just saying. These remote people are so entitled. Oh, Mika's coming for the jugular as well. Oh my goodness. But how much traffic is on the road at noon? Everyone is coffee badging though. No, I said. You're funny, bitch. All right. Let's see. At the office I work at, that's not coffee. But I think though, to be honest with you, that these companies, they're part of their what do you call it, like the economics club for the community. So they're like, if no one's coming into work, I'm sure like they're also trying to help the neighbor, like where they they're trying to help the businesses that are in the area, so the coffee shops, the like especially if you're a big company, like they're trying to get people like to eat lunch over there, to visit the coffee shops, whatever the case may be. Let's see. It's the same least stores dirt water. Speaking on my agency, since work from home started, the amount of SA complaints and cases have dropped. Oh my god. That's your tax dollars down the drain every time they go to court and lose. That's a good point. That is a good point, Magnetar. You have a good point over there. Craig, Smokey, D. Your car, Craig, Smokey, D. Your car would be a Zell. Wasn't his name a Zell? I think it was a Zell, not Ezekiel. It was a Zell. Let's see. All right. Anything else? Let me see. Let's see. Since we're also saving taxpayer money based on the amount of energy that's not used in those buildings. But thinking about that, so sell them, save us more money, and sell all the buildings. I don't know. I mean, because you have the buildings that are open and they're powered on for like 5 people, and then you have all the people who are working remotely. So I don't know. I want to see numbers. Magnetar, you get with the wealth building journey, and you guys come together with a report on how much you're saving us versus how much you're costing us. Or I guess Elon and Vivek are going to be working on that as well. All right. It says Biden signed something that allowed us to work from home through 2029. Your Uncle Trump even stated they'll have to go to court over it. All right. Anyways, let's get back to work. Let's give enough fun and games. Great comments, and we're gonna pick up on part 2 once we get back. All right. So let's go over to our next segment.
Let's go!
All right, so let's do this. We do not need any of this stuff over here. We are going to take all right, we need the item is the economic indicator. So we're going to copy this item over here, and we're going to pass this economic indicator into here. Oops. All right. And let's see. Where? All right, so it's here. All right, cool. So let's see what else we got. All right, let me update this over here. All right. Let me see. What else do we got? All right, so we don't need this anymore. We don't need none of this. All right, so looks okay. Well, let's give it a try. Error on line 101. 61. 10. Oh, okay. So this right here, this completion. Okay. Let's see what is causing that. Completion. let's do, so we're going to be setting this to, instead of completion, it should be, hold on. Completion. Actually, I need to get that back. We need to do set search results. Okay, so let's do set AI example to completion. Let's set search results. So let's do set AI example to completion. All right. And then we should have where we can just say AI example over here should be like that, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. We shall see. We shall see. Let's go to here and, oh, so I forgot to delete this stuff, right? Let's delete this stuff right here. Let's see what happens. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Let's go here. And it started. It started. All right, cool. Well, the moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Okie dokie. Let's get rid of that. Let's go over here. All right. Now let's go to jobs. Let's go here. All right, so we're getting errors, but that's okay. Let's see what our errors we're getting. So undefined reading 0. Let's see. Let me look at the console. Move this to the bottom. If we're looking at the console, it says that line 102 point, all right, line 102.1, and also so we're getting an error here. All right, so 102, so maybe we still have that completion somewhere, most likely. 102. Let me see. All right, let's see exactly what's going on. AI example. So here we're getting an error. So can we do, go back, let's go back, search for jobs. Let's see, console. We're getting our economic indicator. We're getting our economic indicator. We're not getting our, and it's failing on line 102. So, all right, let's go back over here. Let's see why. Let's do this. Let's just print out AI example first, right? Let's do that. So here we're gonna play with it a little bit to see what is actually going on. So now, all right, so now it went through, it started. So now we're troubleshooting. We're gonna go here and we'll fix this stuff later. But let's say QA engineer. That's weird. That's weird. And let's do enter. All right, so that is, something is not right in there, but that's okay. Why is it? All right, something is wrong with my code. Let's see. Let's go back. Let me try that again. So we say jobs, we click on this. We go to here, customize your experience, and we say GDP. So something here is not right. And we click search. Search isn't doing anything yet. Okay, so let's continue messing with this. Let's go over here and we're going to, all right, so something with our setting isn't setting the value isn't right. Let's go here. Set AI example. Let me split this screen like that. Let me close this. Not the one I needed. All right, let's go here. Oops. Oh, come on. All right, let's go take a look at this over here. All right. So we have our search. Oh, okay. I think I see what's going on. Let's see. All right, set search word, search for term. Okay, I see what it is. All right, cool. I got you. Let's go here and we're going to do up here, we're going to say set example or AI example term. And we're going to do that here. And we're going to say the AI example term is going to be AI example term. And so this should be fine. And let me see. Set search result. All right, so, and then here, we're going to say set AI example, and it should be the completion that we get. Let me do a console log to AI example as well. And let's see, so we got that. Search results data. Navigate to here and the state. All right, so we don't need that one. And let me see, handle that. So if we come down over here, set the search word, and then once we get our results, let's look at our search results. Once we get our results, item, and let me see, term economic indicator. Okay. AI exam. All right, let's see what we have so far. All right, so if we go over here and we scroll down, customize your experience. Let's say we enter a data analyst and then we click search. And it says expected string unexpected object for children prop expected string. Okay. That is all right. That's getting better. All right. So it's not the same error that we got last time. So let's see what else we got. All right. So we're gonna go and take oh crap, I deleted it. Let me see. We are what was it? Completion. We had it over on Open AI. Let me see. I removed it. Let's go to API reference. And then we would want to take, where was it? The response would have been where are you? Would have been completion, choices. All right, so let's do completion, choices, and then 0. Or let's just do choices. Let's do that for now. Let's see what happens with that. And then we'll just do it piece by piece. All right. Let's go here. And let's say data. I gotta get that to start typing as I'm typing. Let's see. It's not actually. Let me see. Object. What is the object part? Above error occurred in markdown component. Oh, well, what if we do this? You know what? That might be part of the problem. Let's go to our markdown component. Make this bigger again. Because it's saying the markdown is expecting a string. And if we go to the markdown and we just say, let's go with duplicate this, comment that out, take off markdown. Let's see what we get that way. And this is how I test things out to find out how it's actually going to work, and then make it work, and then make it better. Search. Let's see. All right, we got a different error this time. All right, so objects are not valid in React Child. Find object with keys. Did I get anything in the console though? No. Open AI. Oh, okay. So it is getting us some information. Choices. And then if we expand this and okay, look at that. Did it show the request that it did? Message, monthly jobs report. Just like you're getting a grade in school. So now, all right, cool. So now we just have to get that to translate into, all right, so we have choices, 0, message, content. All right, cool. So we can see that. Let's go over here. And we're going to say, did I put choices up there? Hold on. I don't want that here. I want it to be over here. So choices. 0 dot message dot content. Let's do that. So now we're getting a new error. It's saying cannot read property of undefined. Cannot read on 105.1. Huh. So when we were looking at that earlier, it's going to the it's going here, it's finding the choices. It's finding the choices. Oh, it's putting out data analysts here though. All right, let's go look at the code. Let's go look at the code. So I'm gonna do console log printing out data analyst, or printing out AI example variable. Console.log printing out completion variable. All right. And I'm going to remove this again so that we can see what's going on. Let's go here. All right, let's go back over here. And so let me clear this out, right? And we're gonna refresh. Okay, now we're gonna go down over to customize your experience. We're gonna do data analyst. And we're gonna do search. It's going to query ChatGPT. And now, after the query is done, printing out AI art. So
Lunch break, lunch break.
What's happening is it's not moving our completion variable to the AI example variable. So we'll test that out. Hopefully we can get this done in the next, like in our last segment, so that we can be able to use this on Saturday morning. So we can just choose an example at random, a random job. We can be very interactive with the chat, and then we. But I think we're very close to it, because all we have to do is get this part to, instead of having this set to data analyst, it should be set to the completion variable. So we'll investigate that once we come back from break, and then we should be good. We should be good. Hopefully we'll be good. All right. So we are back at break again. Let me check the chat real quick to see if there's anything that came in, and then we will continue watching the coffee badging video. All right. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. So, your question is, it's not a private sector thing. Commercial real estate is part of your portfolio. It's a good point. The Wealth Building Journey says, problem is the federal government overpays for buildings that absolutely nobody wants. I heard that the federal government does not even negotiate. Like they like somebody give them the price and like, okay, we'll do it. And they just, I don't know. They outside of like remote work and stuff like that, they do need to be more efficient with our money, you know? Let's see. Your car was there 35 feet last week. Executive orders can get rid of that. Can executive orders override a law though? I don't know. Can executive orders override a law? Says not if national security is at stake. is national security at stake for you guys working from home now? And other people are like, look, I am in 100% support of work from home. All right. Don't get me wrong, Bing. So I'm on your side. Well, So mainly on your side for the overall concept of working from home. Now for federal employees, I haven't reached a decision on how I feel about that yet. But if the jobs are done well, then all right. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. It says that's the issue. Working remote isn't the reason. Working remote is the reason so many people are getting hacked. If they were under the central building, the firewalls would protect them. China hacked all cell carriers. I would say though, it depends. It depends on what type of work you're doing as well. Like if you are doing super classified work, you probably shouldn't be working from home, right? But I see your point of what you're saying, and that's why we're going to be starting the ethical hacking course next month. All right, so definitely sign up for the ethical hacking course. Join me along on the journey. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my God! If you talk about literally catch your head. Meg says if that so this is talking about the hacking. It says if that were truly a factor, we would be back already. I'm speaking federal, that is. Besides, OPM, who testifies in front of Congress, would have stated that, but didn't come up. Good point. I mean, I'm gonna say this: like when it comes to the whole federal stuff, Magnetar knows way more details. But I will say that I am not happy about the way things are being ran in the federal government. Whoever's in charge, right? Let's see. Because it is true. That's why you are being told to use encryption messaging and bring broad back to the office. Biden can't stop. Ish. He didn't pay these. He's so funny. You guys are terrible. Let's see. Ricardo says that the internet connection is compromised. You guys are so funny. Let me see. All right, Wealth Building Journey. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Let's see. You guys are so bad. You guys are terrible. All right. Anyways, let's get to this video. You guys stop picking on the Wealth Building Journey. All right. That is my friend. All right. Let's go back to this video here. And we were at
Meet Mr. A.
5:37.
Every morning, news reports of companies mandating in-person work have been dominating headlines recently, with studies also highlighting crackdowns on the coffee badging trend. Owl Labs data shows 44% of hybrid employees still coffee badge. That's down 24% from 2023. Meanwhile, 70% of coffee badgers have been caught, with 16% now forced to be in office for the full day. Interestingly, some companies are also using badge data or swipe data as a tool to promote, demote, or even lay off employees.
So I wrote a book called The Algorithm about how AI is used in the workforce, to hire people, but also to monitor employees. And one of the folks that I talked to was an analyst at Gartner. One of the companies he was working with, what they did is they looked at we want to find the people that we haven't really promoted before. How can we do this? So this company came up with this idea to look at batch data. So the people who batched in early and batched out late, who had very long hours at the desk, were supposed to be more promotable than others. The unfortunate thing about that company was also when the pandemic hit and they started to have to do layoffs, they wanted to look at this kind of badging in, badging out.
That is a bad metric to see if somebody is promotable. It could just mean they work very, very slowly. It could mean that they spend most of the time, they have a lot of office friends and they talk a lot to a bunch of different people walking around and stuff like that, and don't actually get any work done. It could mean that they don't want to go home because they might have a terrible family life. Being at the office for an extended period of time does not make you a good or a bad employee. It just means that you're in the office for a very long time. I don't think that that's a good case on whether you are promotable or not promotable. So that's my thoughts on that part in particular.
out data to understand who are the people that leave early, that have the fewest hours in the seats, and then we're going to look at those to lay off.
The push by some companies against flexible work is apparent in job postings with fewer remote roles. LinkedIn data shows flexible work stabilizing at 1 in 5 listings since November 2023, down from a peak of over 1 in 4 between October 2022 and March of 2023. Indeed's chart also shows a decline in remote and hybrid job listings since their 2022 peak. As the world reopened post-pandemic, corporate America shifted its stance on remote work. Companies like Amazon now mandate employees to return to the office 5 days a week or risk losing their jobs.
Company's cloud chief, Matt Garman, saying during an all-hands meeting that staffers who don't agree with the policy, well, they can leave. According to the transcript that was viewed by CNBC, he said the following, in quotes, "If there are people who just don't work well in that environment and don't want to, that is okay. There are other companies around."
There are a lot of employers, I'm saying small to mid-sized employers, who are waiting on a juggernaut like Amazon to officially go ahead and push forward with a 5-day work policy, because their bank account is basically the size of a small country's economy. And this is just an Amazon attitude, is if you don't like it, go someplace else. Other employers, and I'm hearing this behind closed doors, employers are really happy that Amazon is pushing this, because if Amazon's doing it, now we can follow suit.
I don't think that the 5-day work week is something that you're going to see generally. It's the fact that Amazon has opted to go that direction doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is going to move in lockstep with what they did.
One of the reasons employers can get more workers back into the office because there just isn't as much mobility as there was a few years ago. You don't see as many workers moving. And in fact, 2 in 5 workers tell us that they feel stuck in their job.
Amazon, who's now mandating all of their employees come back 5 days a week. And employees have been up in arms about that. They don't want that. They want to keep their flexibility. It remains to be seen if this is going to have a huge ripple effect, if other employers are going to mandate the same thing.
CNBC reached out to Amazon regarding its 5-day office work policy. The company stated that the policy was needed to ensure that its team stays connected to invent, collaborate, and deliver the best results for its customers and business. The push against remote work isn't limited to companies. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, co-leaders of the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, are proposing a 5-day in-office work week for federal employees, raising doubts about the future of flexible work and the coffee badging trend.
Yeah, when I look at the future of flexible work, here's what I see. Depending on the industry, flexible work might be the thing to be. If you happen to work in a technological industry, you can work remotely. It doesn't necessarily require that you to come in the office, versus if you're in the human resources function, if you're a warehouse function, if you're in something director of operations, that's going to force you to continue to come into work because you need to be hands-on. So what we're essentially going to see in the future is going to look a lot like the past.
It's very clear when you look at the data on LinkedIn that employees prefer flexible work. So they're going to be looking for those hybrid options, those remote options, wherever they can get them. And they're going to be looking to make work for them, as they did during the pandemic.
I think the coffee badging phenomenon is indicative of the type of adjustments that we're going to see going forward as we see a normalization of the relationship between employees and employers, and expectations about whether people will be working at home or whether they'll be working in the office. So I think that it's perhaps a symptom of those types of adjustments as workers kind of seek out what are the appropriate norms with their employers, and as employees kind of seek out just how much engagement they need with their employees to have them be productive and well connected to their enterprise.
Coffee badging exists and will continue to exist because employees are looking for that level of flexibility to be able to choose the environment that allows them to be most productive, and it gives them the best flexibility, but it is also a way for them to be able to meet the return to office mandate that their company has.
All right. So they just had to throw a shot at, why did they have to throw a shot at my guy Magnetar at the end? The federal, just, they didn't have to mention that. All right. Anyways. My take on the whole thing is, all right. Time to be honest.
Get a move on, back to work, chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work.
Here's my take on this, right? If a company, it's either going to help or hurt the employer. And if they want, let's say Amazon, for instance, right? We can assume that the Amazon tech people and stuff like that, they're probably because especially with the complexity to get hired by Amazon, they're probably really skilled, right? And if they don't want to go back into the office and Amazon says, okay, well, you can leave, I think other companies would love to have the Amazon engineers, the Amazon QA, the Amazon DevOps and stuff like that. Especially let's say something. Let's say a employee for AWS, right, who works on, I don't know, EC2 instances, like they are part of that development, stuff like that. And Amazon says, well, you have to come back to the office. And they say, well, I don't want to. Well, you can leave. All right, cool. Now Amazon has to replace that employee, and that employee becomes like the cream of the crop because other companies who are heavily embedded into the AWS ecosystem, imagine the type of knowledge that they're going to be gaining from that person coming on board. So I think I honestly believe companies are going to do what they want, and people should do what they want, and let the chips fall where they may. If it's a negative impact to the company, well, so be it. It's up to you, the individual, to do what's best for you. Like, I think that so many times we are so stuck on we're so stuck on this. Like, this is my employer, like, and they're being mean to me. Okay, well, like, people leave relationships all the time. Leave your employer, go to another one. Like, I don't know. Like, why do we have to be stuck to a job forever? Like, do what's best for you. And if you can find a remote job that's going to pay you well, then go for that. If who you're working for right now doesn't say that we're not doing that anymore, then figure it out. Like, but I don't care one way or the other, right? You got to do what's best for you. If no employers are saying you can work remotely, then guess what? You're not working remotely. So that's my whole take on the whole remote return to office controversy. If I had to go back to the office, I'd have to go back to the office. Like, it is like when I was looking last year, I was ready to go to the office if I had to. I ended up going with a company that I didn't have to, but it is what it is. Like, you do what you got to do. Anyhow, Mika says, did you all hear about AI chatbot that encountered a teen to kill his what in the world? I read about I saw I don't know, I heard it in passing, but I haven't looked into it yet to see what exactly happened. I'm curious about how that went down. But I'm gonna look into that because that is crazy. Let's see. I have to check the Discord for that. Magnetar says, not that case, but I did hear about getting a kid to do the self thing. Let's see. That is scary, Roxy. That is scary. I'm not gonna review it now because we got a show to run here, right? You guys are so silly. Mika says, I don't trust those robots that Elon is coming out with. I got like 5 of them on pre-order. All right, I'm just saying. I got like 5 of them on pre-order because I need them. All right. If chatbots are telling people to off themselves and family members, how are the robots going to act in the near future? Look, Mika, to be honest with you, those robots are like, humans are no better than those robots. All right. So, I'm telling you, because a chatbot, at the end of the day, a chatbot has to be programmed by a human. They do not come up with this stuff on their own. There's a human behind every chatbot, and so people. I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? I'm going to be honest with you. With the things that I've seen, with the people that I've dealt with, people who are even like blood related, I would choose a robot any day over some of the people that I have to deal with in my life, right? So maybe that's shaped my thinking, but I'm team robot all day. Let's see. Magnetar says that he's good. My appraisal have hit 5. Shout out to my guy Magnetar. And I'm being put in for a step increase. I explained step increases. All right, cool. I'll check that step increase in the Discord. Are you pointing at yourself? Your tax dollars at work. Shout out to my guy Magnetar. You know what, Magnetar? If they do make federal employees go back to the office, I am going to advocate for all federal employees except for my guy Magnetar.
We the best.
You are gonna get the exception, all right? All of the other ones, I don't trust them, but I got your back. We got the one, the only Alexis in the building. Mitch was just asking about it. He's like, oh, Mitch was like, I miss Alexis. He said it just like that too. And now here you are. So make sure you say hi to Mitch because he was missing you. We got my guy Rod Brown in the building. What's up, Rod Brown? Let's see. See, look at that. You see, I told you. I told you. I told you. Let's see. I did not tell anybody about your injury because I did not want to disclose anything that was not told to me that I can disclose. So I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. But yes, Alexis was injured, but she is doing better now. All right. Let's see. I don't want to share people's business. All right. I don't want to share people's business. That's all. It says, all right, let's see. All right. His response was, do I work next week? You guys are too much. You guys are too funny. All right. Let's see. It says, I ain't gonna front. I did hear what dude said because I was watching the You guys are hilarious. All right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Let me see. All right, let's we don't know anything about Mitch, we don't even know if you're a real person. You might be one of those robots. You might be one of those robots, all right? All right, anyways, let's continue. Let's finish this thing off. Last segment of the show.
It's time to do.
All right, so somehow something isn't transferring over when we are set AI. Oh, okay, so I think it's right here. So it's not set AI example, it's set AI example term over here. And then, so we're setting the AI example term, which should be searching the data analyst term. And then it's going to, and then when you do get custom AI example, it should go and do the request to ChatGPT, passing in the economic indicator, which we know is doing that, and passing in the role, which we know is doing that. And then it should print out AI example, which should be completion to the console. And handle submit is doing the get custom AI example. I think that should do it. Let's go back over here. Let's go to, let's see, let me clear this stuff out. Let's do customize your experience. Let's say a business analyst. All right, so it's kind of working because you remember it was typing the thing right here, but it's not doing that anymore. Now let's search for that. It's doing its request. Let's see, you get any errors? So now we got an error, but which is fine, but we have, let me see, are we getting all right, so printing out AI example, it still has the enter your job role, career or occupation for customized example. So now we just need to pass this along. How are we going to pass this along? Let's see. Let me see. This is the last. So this is the last step that we need to get it done. Let's see. Enter your job. So it's still stuck on enter your job role. All right. Let's refresh that. So right now, when we come to this, it says customize your experience. Enter your job role, career, for a customized example. Then we need to, let's go back over here. Set AI example to completion. So here, let me see. Looking in the header. So after we set the AI example, so search results, all right, we got set data, set search results, response.custom. Okay, and then search results data, search results data. So if we were to say, I think this might not be the spot for it. Let me comment this. Let me do, let me see. Let me comment this out for now. And let's go to, can I do a console log in here? I don't think so. Let me see what the error we're getting actually. Let's do it again. Let me see the error that we're getting over here. Data analyst, let's go. The error is objects are not valid as a React child. So this is, so it is getting an object. If you mean to render a collection, use an array instead. Okay, so now, what if we go over here and now we try to do the, because it thinks it's an object. It thinks that AI example is an object. So let's say we do choices 0. Messages or message content. Make sure that's what it was. See, it's still having trouble with that part. I wonder if all right, let's do a search real quick. Let's see. Because what is the AI? All right, let me see. Let me do something real quick. Let's go over to React console. React console log state after set. All right, let's do that. Console log after set state. Let me see what this says. Set state is async React doc, so the state change won't be applied immediately. If you want to log out the new state, set state takes in a function as a second argument and performs that function when the state is updated. Huh. Let's see if I can do that real quick. So if we have, let's undo that for now. let's say we are here and we have set state. Let me see. Let's see. Let me see if I do something like this. Let's just do the ABC. And then we do console.log dot see. Does that do anything? Let me see if that does anything. If we go here and we say, so I'm over here now, just curious to see if that does anything. Reading set API example. Cannot read properties of undefined set API example at get custom example. All right, let's take out this. Let's try that again. If we look in here, state updates from use state and use reducer hooks don't support second callback. Use effect. I remember seeing that somewhere. But anyways, let me try something else. Let me undo all that. And if we were to do, what if we did this? What if we did this? Not the best way, I suppose. But no, because you need to find a way to replace it. Because I'm pretty sure let me see. So I'm trying to see what's coming in here. I have an idea. What if we do here and we say to string? Ha, there we go. If we do that to string, we can see exactly what it is. We can see exactly what it is if we do to strings. So let's go back over here. I just want to see what is actually being outputted, all right? So let's say data analyst search. And now there goes the completion variable. Objects are not valid as a React child. Let me see. Objects are not valid as a. I just want to see what the object is though. All right, so what if we do React console output in return? Well, you can technically use the inside the return statement. The render, so alternatives is to let's see. It's not really what I want to see. I want to see what that actual thing is because it's not showing it to me in the other spot. Thinking, how do I? We're so close, so close. Let's go to let's see, React output object and return. Let's see. The problem is you can't render objects like that. You have to, okay. I just want an output so I can see. I just need to see the data. Oh, wait a second. Oh, JSON dots. All right, let's try that. Let's try that JSON dot stringify. Because I just want to see it. If I can see it, then I can work with it, but I can't see nothing right now. So let's do JSON dot stringify. Let's put an AI, let's take the AI example, put it in here. Why is this markdown? Oh, that's no wonder. Let's take that, take that out. All right, let's try that again. Let's go over to here. And we're going to say DevOps engineer search. Let's see. Did it do anything yet? Actually, it did. Oh, okay. We're getting there. We are getting there. So that's what I was looking for. So we have perfect. This is perfect. All right. So let's go back over here and I'm going to use what I got printed out. So AI example, and we're going to say so I'm going to copy this again. This time I'm going to put that here and I'm going to say, so I see choices. Maybe I was making a typo earlier. And then we're going to say 0. Then, because that would be the first one. And then we're going to say message. And then we'll say content. I mean, that should do it because I can see it, right? Let's go here. And go here. We go here. Okay, there. So it's there. It's there now. If we go back over here, it refreshed and there it is, right? There it is. Look at that. So now we're going to just format it the right way. And while I'm doing this part, you guys let me know. We're going to do a live test, right? Let me know what job description should I enter, right? So I'm going to copy this. And I am going to uncomment that. And we're going to go in here and we're going to paste that. For Markdown, we're going to comment this out for now. Let me know what job description, right? Let me know what job description should I search for, and we'll see what happens. Let's go over to here. Okay. We're going to go back over here. We are going to start from the beginning. What terms should we search for? What about we search for, let's search for, I don't want to do grocery. I don't know. It's okay, your car, because I'm just, as long as you're watching. That's all. I don't care if you don't know what I'm talking about, as long as you're watching, all right? But it should be working. I need a job to search for. So give me a job description. Let's go with what term? I'm gonna go with I'll go with gross domestic product. And Roxy says, all right, I got you, Roxy, I got you. Uh-oh, well, there goes that. Why is it on this one? AI example. So on that one, it doesn't work. But when I printed it out, it did work. Oh, I know why. Okay, got you. So, I got it. So we need to do. Okay, I know why. So the problem is I'm trying to do it here, but I need to be doing it when I was doing it earlier. I need to be doing it, all right, because so the issue that's happening is this doesn't exist yet. So it's trying to render something that doesn't exist. So I need to take this out and I need to do it up here. So set AI example to this, right? So then once it goes to update it, then it's going to get that latest information and print it out over there, right? So that should take care of it. Let's go over here. And let's start over. Okay, so gross domestic product.
Lunch break.
And we'll go with let's go with Roxy since she was first. He says President of the United States. All right, so President of the United States. And we're gonna search. We're gonna see what happens. It's going through AI. I need to add something to like while it's searching. Boom, look at that. Look at that. So sure, let's think of gross domestic product or GDP. In simple terms, GDP is like a big report card that shows us how well a country is doing. So how is this important to the president? Here's an example. Imagine the GDP is like the scorecard of a basketball game. If the score is really high, it means the team, or in that case, the country is doing great. There are lots of businesses making products, people have jobs, and everyone is earning money to spend on things that they want. If the president sees the GDP is strong, they might feel good about their policies and decisions. It means they might continue doing what they've been doing because it seems to be working. On the other hand, if a GDP score is low, it's a bit like the team is losing. The president might need to change strategies or make new plans to help the country's economy, like starting new programs to create jobs or helping businesses grow. So the GDP helps the president understand how the country's economy is doing and what actions they might need to take to help it get better, right? So that's one. Now we're gonna search for another. We're gonna search for something else. Let's search for the consumer price index. And we'll go to that one and we'll search for what Alexis says, business analyst. And we're going to search. I don't like how when we click on search, it just sits there for a second while it's making a decision. So maybe next week we'll find out a way to update that where we have like some type of loading type thing while it's waiting. Maybe that's the use effect. I don't know. But for the consumer price index, for a business analyst, imagine a business analyst works for a company that sells toys. The consumer price index is a tool that helps understand how prices for everyday things like food, clothes, and yes, even toys change over time. When the CPI goes up, it usually means that things are getting more expensive for everyone. Here's how the CPI could be important for our business analysts: pricing decisions, budgeting, understanding customers, forecasting trends. It is working. And let's get one more. because your car said the proverbial crack dealer. Why didn't the time go up? Anyways, whatever. Must have did something. Oh, I think I know it. Oh, I know it. I know what happened. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Let me get that off the screen though. Let's go with that. All right. So let's do one more. Let's say Michigan. All right. University of Michigan consumer sentiment. And let's say crack dealer as your car so eloquently stated. Let's put crack dealer and we're going to search for that.
Simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
All right. Oh, Jesus. Let me get that off. My timers are all messed up because of the show the other day. All right. So sure, let's break down a way that's easy to understand. The University of Michigan, yada, yada, yada. Now let's think about how this would impact a crack dealer. If the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index shows that most people are feeling happy and confident about their money, it might mean they have extra cash to spend on non-essential things like drugs. Therefore, the dealer might see an increase in customers if they believe people are feeling good and willing to spend more. On the flip side, if the UMCSI, the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index, shows that people are worried about their finances and aren't feeling good, they might not want to spend money on anything that's not necessary. This could mean fewer customers for the dealer because people might try to save their money during hard times. So, in simple terms, the UMCSI, University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index, helps the dealer understand how people feel about money, which can influence the amount of drugs that they buy. We did it, Joe. We did it. I'm just saying, we got it done. We got it done. I have to move this thing over here to be right next to it, but for the most part, we are good to go. We are good to go. You know what? I'm just gonna do it right now. I'm just gonna do it right now. Let's just fix that real quick because I cannot stand. I can't go into Saturday looking at it next to each other like that or under one another. So we're gonna go into here, and we're going to take this button. We're going to move it right here. And I'm going to get rid of that. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't make it worse. I hope it doesn't break everything. It's not bad. We'll style it up later, but that's not bad. That is not bad. Look at that. Look at that work of art. Look at that work of art. All right, so that is it for today. We got it done. We're going to have so much fun on Saturday morning using our AI to customize our experience. I will have the chat let me know what role to search for as we go through our different data points or economic indicators so that you can have a customized experience on how does this indicator relate to you and the thing that you do from a day-to-day basis. All right, really, really cool stuff. You know what would be even cooler if once you do a search, it just adds it to the list over here. So maybe that's something that we'll look into later, but that is it for now. Let me check the chat and then we're gonna get out of here. Let's see. Alexa said, do not come. All right. Let me see. Add. Yep. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to add I have to see which state it's gonna be, like that transition. Bleh. While it's transitioning from doing the search to do a progress bar that something is happening because it just sits there for now. So, but we know that's probably gonna be on next week. I'll update the Trello board. It says no, they spend more when they are in hard time. They want that. That's what I was thinking as well. Your car. I was like, I think you might be a little off on. That. But yeah, that's it. That is it for tonight. All right. As we're wrapping up, I'm looking to release my debut AI album next week. I'm getting the album cover done. And then I'm going to, it's ready to go. I just have to, everything is uploaded. I just have to go and press the button as soon as I get the cover. And next week, hoping to be Christmas, to have the AI album out there. I know Alexis and Yakar and Mitch are like, no, don't do it. It's terrible. But number one, the only person that matters when it comes to the AI album is Roxy because she says do it. All right, I'm just saying. But the other thing is, I just want to a Christmas song. It's not. I don't know, Roxy. I don't know. I gotta think about that. A Christmas song. I don't know, but it's gonna be awesome. I've been listening to it for the entire week. And the thing is, the awesome thing about it is that as you learn, you just do. So many people that it's like they don't do, right? And I'm like, well, we have this tool, and I did a bunch of research. I'm like, well, the same way when I was putting the apps into the App Store, it was so much research that I had to do, and like a lot of hoops to jump through. And I'm like, wow, like even if nobody ever downloaded the app, I know how to get an app into the App Store. And then now I'm like, oh, well, if we're going to be creating music using AI, then why not see if you can publish it? Like, what is there to lose? What? Nobody downloads it? I don't care. Like if it's about learning and using technology and saying, okay, well, how do you get these songs onto all these different platforms? Like, one of my friends like, oh, I use this. I'm like, oh, cool. Let me try it out. Researching. All right, can you publish AI generated music? Yes, you can under these conditions. All this stuff, learning. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I created it. All right. Here's the truth. Here is the truth, right? The truth is, I just want to be able to listen to my own music on different apps. I just want to listen to my own music. That's all. And so I'm like, well, you know what? If other people enjoy it, great. If they don't, then it is what it is. But the same way I enjoy my live streams, I enjoy my apps, I enjoy my my AI stuff, my robots, all that stuff. It is all good. All right, let's see. It says he read your comments. I just read your comment, Mitch. Mitch, you know you're gonna be the first one to listen to it, Mitch. You're gonna be waiting up at midnight on Christmas morning and you know what? That is gonna be my Christmas gift to everyone. It's going to be my AI album. And Roxy says, just do it. We're getting it done. See, Roxy is so supportive, right? I'm just saying, all right? And your car says the album better be lit. Your car, you are going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised in the order that I have the tracks and everything. You're going to be, if I'm in a song, I want my royalties. You got it. It says, don't forget, you know what, Magnetar? I did not. I'm like, I have to work on it. I don't write lyrics, right? So I need to find a chorus for unless you want it to be a straight freestyle, then I can do that too, right? So I got you. I got you, all right? Let's see. So it says, so this is, of course it's for, like, you thought I was joking? When I say I'm going to do something, I do it, right? If I say I'm going to release an album, I'm going to release an album. Like, like that's how it goes. Because guess what? I don't care about the music like that. I care that I learned how to do something new and I use different technologies. I'm like, oh, okay, so well, how far can we go and how far can we stretch our tech knowledge? So now somebody says, oh, I need to do this. Oh, well, I did this before. And my resume continues to expand based on all the technology that I use. So this channel is about technology. It is not about, and that's why I love my vacuum and mop robot, because I love the technology. It has AI built into it. The way that it maneuvers around certain objects. I'm like, if I have the ability, like, my next step, I'm gonna start messing with Sora to see how I can generate some of these videos. You know, so That so of course it is 100% for real. 100% for real. Let's see. Mitch says unbelievable. What is unbelievable? You want me to read? All right. I don't even know what comment you're talking about, Mitch. And it says, this is my last month here. Aw. That's so sad to hear. Starting in 2025. Well, at least you'll be here for the next 11 days. Shout out to Mitch being here for the next 11 days. Appreciate you. And it says, use MF Doom's rap snitches beat. I can't use existing beats. We'll figure it out. It says, welcome to Tech Row. I got you, Magnetar. And it says, you're inspiring. Thank you. See that? Thank you so much, Roxy.
I appreciate you.
I'm sorry, me and Roxy, we're going to have a coding challenges. You know, Roxy, I got you. I'm gonna teach Roxy how to code because she is the only one who supports my AI music. So Roxy, I'm gonna teach you how to code. All right. Anyways, it's trash. You're hilarious, Mitch. Mitch, you know what? I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're gonna get it done. Saturday, tomorrow, bug bite. We're gonna be talking about the drones that are flying over Mitch's house, spying on his Lamborghinis and his mansion. And then Saturday, we're going to be going live for Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show using the enhancement we just made, adding AI to our app. All right. And then I'm going to be doing some more stuff with it next in the coming weeks. All right. With that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Magnetar. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. But I'm out. You guys have a wonderful evening. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Tech Coach Ralph, tough as nails, no disguise. Pushing limits, yeah, he's that kind of guy. At first it's harsh, the rules feel like chains. But trust the process, there's sunshine in the rains. He cracks the whip, but it's all in love. Results shining bright like stars above. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way. Days turn to weeks, skills sharp and fast. What once was a struggle now feels like a blast. Step by step, we rise and we glow. With Ralph in our corner, we're ready to show. Singing his praises, can't keep it inside. From hard ass to hero, he's our pride. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed.
Roxy on the scrubs, always shining bright.
Caring hands and a heart, bringing hope to the night. She's a beacon of joy when she's in the room, healing the world, turning sorrow to bloom. Roxy, our hero, we sing your name. Oh, Roxy, we celebrate you today. With love and support, you lead the way. In every heartbeat, we lift you up strong. Your caring nature is where we belong. With every patient, you're lifting us higher. Your kindness ignites a passionate fire. Through all nights and struggles, you never lose grip. Nurse of the world, you're our guiding ship. Always in our hearts, your spirit won't tire. Oh, Roxy, we celebrate you today. With love and support, you lead the way. In every heartbeat, we lift you up strong. Your caring nature is where we belong. Always in our hero, we sing your nerve, we cheer. In every moment, you are always near. Oh, Roxy, we celebrate you today. You lead the way. And at every heartbeat, we lift you up strong. Your caring nature is where we belong. With every heartbeat, we lift you up strong. Your caring nature is where we belong. To Roxy, our strength, forever we cheer. In every moment, you are always near. Oh, Roxy, we celebrate you today. Love and support, you lead the way. In every heartbeat, we lift you up strong. Your caring nature is where we belong. Your caring nature is where we belong. To Roxy, our strength, forever we cheer. In every moment, you are always near. To Roxy, our strength, forever we cheer. In every moment, you are always near. You lead the way. You lead the way. Packed my laptop, checked my pride. To the tech world I did glide. Thought I'd find a love so true, but heartache was all I knew. A resume polished to the shine, but no offers fell in line. They saw my skills and looked away. Another dream just went astray. Tech is the new hood, they say. Hustling in a different way. Thought I'd find a love so bright, but left with empty dreams that night. Tired eyes from sleepless nights, coding dreams in city lights. A glass ceiling still so high, underestimating makes me cry. Whispers low from boots